Hey man, what it is, what it ain't. We're here for another episode, man. Episode 9 of the From the Jump podcast. I'm here with a few of my co-hosts and bro hosts, but I'm the host, your boy DJ, man. To the left, I got
Big Tony.
Hey, you know what it is, man. Behind the camera,
Alex in the building.
yes, and man to my right,
Yeah.
my nigga Ayo from the ghetto, man. So it's been a long time.
From the suburbs.
They don't do my nigga like
Ayo
that,
from
man.
the ghetto.
Yeah,
from the
MacBooks
ghetto,
in
man.
high school. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, MacBooks. Wow.
Hey, just because I didn't live there doesn't mean I didn't go there.
What? Hey man, from Texas. Come on. Well, since last Monday, man, it's been a long time. We've missed probably like 14 games with the NBA basketball. We've gone through the whole play-in all the way to damn near the first game of every series so far. So if we want to touch back, just a quick rewind, man. The first games we saw, was it the Charlotte Hornets get their ass beat by the Pacers? And I got to do this because Tony wanted to have this conversation. So I'm going to let you have that.
I just wanted to address it because you claimed since they got LaMelo back, they was going to have a chance. And they got ugly against the Pacers.
And you're right.
Borderline embarrassing.
Okay.
You know, that's just how and you talk noise about my boy Julius, but that was bad.
And we will continue on that subject later. So put a pin in that one. But
Yeah.
if we want to go there, we can fast forward to the next game the Pacers played when they played the Wizards and got their ass beat by just as much.
They did get blasted. But
Yeah.
I never said nothing about the Wizards. I ain't saying they great.
All right.
Who on the Wizards is worth talking about except Sabonis?
What?
On the Wizards?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what do you mean? You
Got
said the
them drops
Wizards
in the
won.
building.
Indiana Pacers. Sabonis, who they had?
Oh,
They had
the
Malcolm
Pacers.
Brogdon back,
Yeah, they got Brogdon.
Who's that?
the leading scorer for
Bro,
the
what are you
team.
talking about, man?
Who's Buns?
You right.
No, the
You
Pacers
right,
went
man.
crazy though against y'all. Against
It's
Charlotte.
y'all. I see.
I'm
See?
sorry, you're a Charlotte fan towards this. The last 8 episodes.
You're right. Hey, stay tuned for the first round of
I'm excited
the
for
Nets
this
Knicks
Russell
Hawks.
Russell Westbrook situation.
I'm excited too. He's been hooping, man.
That's how my nigga went.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Man, hey, shout out to my boy Rats, man. You in here? Fast forward a little bit. Let's see. What's a couple other games? I think it was the Celtics. Jason Tatum dropped 50 ball. I think they were playing the Wizards. They now gave the Wizards their first L, and they had to play the Indiana Pacers after the Pacers beat Charlotte by 30.
Yeah, they beat them by 30 or something like that.
And that's true. It's true. It happened. But you know what? It's okay. That the Wizards went back, beat the Pacers' ass, and still got a.
Jason Tatum
the
was
spot.
getting to it.
He's a
my
dog.
Lord.
Jason Tatum's very underrated. I think he was definitely should have been the number 1 overall draft pick in that draft instead of Markelle Fultz.
Oh, what? Where's Markelle Fultz now?
Yeah, Orlando Magic.
G League.
Is he
No,
not
he got hurt.
No,
Yeah,
he got hurt. But Cole Anthony finna take his spot over there.
He was coming on later, like before he got hurt. He was doing real good.
Who Fultz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was hooping.
Man. And then let's go to the other side, man. We had, who was it in the play-in? I think we had
Lakers and Golden State.
Lakers and Golden State, which Lakers actually played tough, hard that game. They had to.
Later in the game, they started trash, and I was just like, what's going on type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as LeBron's fashion, the second half, he kind of turned it up. But this is how I feel about the games they played so far. They haven't played great yet. And they legitimately lose by small quantities for not playing well. And you haven't had AD play well yet in the playoffs. Last year, arguably, probably that it would go him and LeBron back and forth where he was the man. He got to come back and they'll be fine. But that first game, he was irrelevant. LeBron had to carry the load. He was supposed to be on time management. It was like a lot of things were supposed to happen that just didn't, so LeBron had to carry the weight. And obviously, everybody want to claim he's unclutch. And I don't care what y'all say. 97th time making a clutch shot is impressive. And the fashion he made it, and LeBron been tripping on the can't see injuries. I know he be tripping on that lately.
3 rims.
But he hit that. I don't care what, he hit the right rim. I don't, whichever one he's saying, he hit it.
3 rims, man. Shout out to Bron.
Who's that other team? Who's the other playing?
Golden State. Spurs and the Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, that was a good game.
That was, because they was beating their ass at first. The Grizzlies
Yeah.
was beating the Spurs' ass, boy.
Pop's
Man.
a good coach, man. He gets his guys to do it. But DeRozan to me has kind of fell off, so he does. Rudy Gay was coming crazy late. You noticed that?
Him and Patty Mills.
But Ja, what's really good? You know what
Dylan
I'm saying?
Brooks.
Ja's really, yeah. Oh, and I ain't really noticed him in a while, and he out there getting to it. So I'm excited for the Grizzlies, actually.
Heck yeah, we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go to the next one. Who was it?
Oh, let me say too, man. Fuck Utah. But go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
Fuck
shout
that
out to
whole
him.
state. I hope they shut that bitch down.
He said shut the whole state down.
Utah is ass.
Man.
I'm glad to see them niggas lose.
Hey, for real though. After that, Golden State loses. Grizzlies win. Grizzlies Golden State matchup. I put bread on that. I
You
felt
lost?
huh? No.
You bet Memphis.
Yes.
You know, Peso said Memphis. Peso called me.
Peso's a Ja Moran. That's
Legit,
the homie.
That's his family.
Yeah,
So he
that's homie.
called me. He FaceTimed me and we talking. And me and Peso usually don't see eye to eye because
Mm-hmm.
of basketball. So we just talking this day. He like, on my mama, I don't know how the Grizzlies gonna do it, but they gonna make it to the playoffs. I swear. And I was like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then he texts like, Tony, didn't I call? I'm like, yeah, you called it. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
give you respect.
Now I hit the group chat for our men's league, and I was like, "Man, who got 20 on this Grizzlies game?" Because I think AO had got me for a cool little dub the game before. I
With
think
what?
Which one?
was it the Wizards game?
No, it was the Pacers and the.
Pacers in Charlotte. He got me.
Oh,
hey,
you really
hey, bro hit
should've
me
been
in
double.
Hey, boy, bro hit me in the first quarter. Said, "Hey, you gonna put that 20 on my dresser?" And
You
I
really
was
thought
like,
the Hornets were gonna win?
I thought they had a chance, bro. I really did. I thought they had a chance, bro. But then that Grizzlies game, after they played the Spurs the way that they did, I was just like, there's some big niggas. So I was like, who want to run it back for the 20 piece?
Yeah.
And then Aaron was like, I got you on that. And then, it got real close for a minute. Steph started doing Steph things.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. But I got my 20 back.
That's
Goddamn.
facts. You know, you thought it was gonna get crazy, but Draymond is
Buns.
struggling right now on offense. I'm sorry.
Boy.
Always. Don't even say just now.
He buns L?
Do y'all believe he's gonna be a Hall of Famer?
Who?
Sadly,
Draymond.
I mean,
Green?
he wouldn't be in mine, but you already knew he was gonna get it. So it's just like,
You think he'll get in?
yeah,
CJ?
sadly.
I hope not.
Kyle, do you think he's gonna get in?
Fuck no.
So
I mean, they're going to put him in there, but I don't think he deserves it. Let me say,
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to get in there. But I feel like if you put him on a regular team, he's going to be ass.
Yeah.
Swear.
So
On the
like
bench.
the guys are like he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
On
I'm
the
like
bench,
he might be the worst Hall of Fame inductee that I've witnessed.
On God.
In my life.
Like from a standpoint, he does other things well, but when it comes to being like one of the best, I just don't see Hall of Fame in his repertoire.
Yeah, he was just the greatest role player of all time.
Oh, hey, you got air horn that mother. You know what I'm talking about?
And that's the thing.
This ain't my podcast. I forget, but still.
No,
You know, air horn. I ain't got the gunshots on this mic, but if I did, boy, it'd be bad.
boy.
We should have had him.
Hey, but then that's the thing.
What?
If Draymond is when you can pass it to Steph and he can pull from 50 feet and get you an assist, you know what I'm saying? If you're passing it to anybody else, put him on anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you watch their offense, dude. He doesn't even remotely try to score nothing. You know, back in the day, he kind of used to, but he like passes Steph run screen, pass. I'm like, Draymond, get to it. That's what you used to do. You see what I'm saying? But I don't like the way Draymond's playing now for him to be qualified as a Hall of Famer, because if they never win again, does that leave him in the Hall of Fame race still? I don't believe so. If they won again, maybe, but he has to be a factor in my opinion.
Isn't this the same man that said he might arguably be the greatest defender or
You know,
one of the greatest
Tony
defenders
Allen
of all
cut
time?
that out in a hurry.
Yeah.
Man.
When I heard he said he was the greatest defender, I said, if that ain't the dumbest shit I've ever heard on from a basketball player, like, boy, get out of here.
Facts.
Man, let's keep moving it. Who was it in some of the next games? Lakers obviously played the Suns. If you want to go there.
AD,
Yeah, man.
AD bugging.
I told her, yo, first game I said, they're going to find a way to lose it.
They are. My thing is, until they start playing good basketball, they're not going to win. Now I know they can beat the Suns.
Right.
A healthy, good playing basketball Laker team, legitimately in the West, in my opinion, right now can't be beat.
Right.
But
Yeah, it's just them being healthy.
yeah, I mean, Ayton was killing whoever. Like, it's Ayton, dude. Like, no disrespect to Ayton, but it's AD and you want to call Drummond this nice guy. I was just unbelievable. I was checking the score because I wasn't able to watch it. I'm checking the score, box score, game cast, and all that. I'm like, AD, what is going on? 4 for 13, 14. I'm like, whatever, dude.
An interesting point there, too. Marc Gasol didn't play, I believe.
Nope.
And everyone was kind of trying to figure out why he wasn't playing.
Man.
Because I feel like they say he could space the floor better. Takes, obviously, A not the paint. And just, let AD play the 5.
Yeah,
If you have Marc Gasol out there, he can hit the 3-point line because he can shoot threes.
that's true.
But for some reason, he didn't get no he ain't get no burn. Frank Vogel didn't play him that much.
Nope.
It's on the opposite side. He's
Yeah.
a liability, especially on like a pick and roll situation.
defense.
That
Yeah.
means just
But I'm just like, AD gets to it at the 5 better. So it's like,
He just got to quit shooting jump shots. He
Yes.
gotta dunk that mug.
Swear to God.
That's
but they
just-
say Lakers number 1 rated all defense in the league. So it's like,
It was. I don't know if it still is, but I mean that like they're holding people to 99 points. That's impressive. And so you losing 90 to 99 just goes to show 80 only has to score 9 more points for you to be
He had
tied with the
13.
team. You see what I'm saying? Like Kuzma, okay.
Buns.
Kuzma played 19 minutes of basketball and did not score. Like if you look at his stats, I think he didn't have many rebounds or assists. So what was he doing?
What?
You remember like Tony Snell, he had that one time he played 30 minutes with zeros all the way down this thing. He was just out there. Kuzma can't want to be classified as one of the best, whatever, and score 0 points in 19 minutes.
better than Caldwell Pope. Man,
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Like that's just how I feel. Bro. Kuzma, he had me hot. I was mad. You guys, my friends, I text him like, so AD and Kuzma just said, screw it today.
0 points. He played 19 minutes. Yeah.
What's the stats? What's the other stats?
He went 0 for 2 from the field
Shot twice.
in 19 minutes.
How many rebounds, assists?
3 rebounds, 1 assist.
19 minutes, bro.
bro, better read Caldwell Pope's stats. That nigga pissed me off.
Caldwell Pope, 7 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 for 7 from 3.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
You got one job.
How do you win?
Played 35 minutes.
So AD, Kuzma,
Caldwell
KCP,
Pope.
none of them do nothing,
Nope.
and you lose by 9.
Yeah.
Just
Anthony
imagine
Davis-
if somebody plays decent.
nobody on that team scored over 20 points on the Lakers.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I swear.
That's crazy.
Anthony Davis played 39 minutes, only having 13.7 rebounds, as what they would call earlier, one of the top 3, top 5 players in the NBA. I think Gayo told me.
And
What?
And D Book is a killer. You know he is.
It's
That's just reality of it. Somebody got it because CP3 had like 8.7 assists and they won. And I'm gonna say this on record: Russell don't do that. He don't have that same effect if he only scores 8.7 rebounds and his team wins.
True.
So now his teammates aren't the same, but his whole career, I can't look back and think even when he played with KD, he only had 8.7 rebounds and they won the game.
Yeah, but he felt like he had to do more. He felt like he
Yeah,
had to
he
be
wanted
because he
to.
was the number 2.
Yeah, he wanted to be. But
Right.
CP3, is he the number 2 or number 3?
He's number 2. Might be number 1 for setting the offense up, but he definitely, like I said, and then I think CP3 would have definitely did more if he wouldn't have came out the game 7 damn times for
his shoulder.
whatever he fucked up, and it was just bad.
Yeah,
I know Pacers gonna listen to this, but yeah, Russ ass. But go ahead.
No, wow, we gonna get on that later. But so we talked about how the Suns only won by 9, right?
Yep.
Devin Booker had 34 points,
Crazy.
8 assists, 7
He
rebounds.
could have gave some of them points to Kuzma.
Man, something.
Like, come on now. Devin Booker, I've never known him to rebound. He got 8.
Man, DeAndre Ayton had 21 points, 16 rebounds.
That's impressive for the big guy. He need games like that for them to win.
Man,
But would y'all say it's hard for Kuzma to figure out his spot still? I mean, it's always going to be because, like, especially in the playoffs,
right.
you got AD and LeBron on your team. Like,
But
you
my
know what I
thing
mean?
is, if you are arguably the third, because Dennis Schroeder played like ass, so I think the third is real up in the air over there. And all you have to do is let LeBron draw 2, let Anthony Davis draw 2, and be ready for an open jumper. Like, I wish.
Yeah.
Like, let me just shoot open shots. Y'all just run into the paint, draw all the attention. Let me shoot an open jumper, man.
but if he misses that shot, you know who's going to be on him.
Oh, for sure.
So I think it's probably a lot of pressure.
But the
Just like the
issue-
Mario Chalmers thing back
The issue
then.
people
but-
aren't giving him credit for is like Kuzma's a second team guy. So he should be the man when he's subbed in.
Yes.
LeBron's coming out. AD might be coming. So you should be able to get to it for 20 minutes. And that's your only job is to carry the load for short amount of time till everybody gets some rest.
Right.
And he just not executing on that. So now you got to leave Dennis Schroeder in for longer minutes so that he can carry some of the load. And then, you wearing him out. Well, then you got to play Caruso, which no disrespect to him, but you never know what you're going to get from Caruso on offense.
Right.
So he got to step up in the second half like a Lou Will, Jamal Crawford. And he's not as good as them, but if that's what his role is, he got to abide to that.
No, for sure.
Speaking of Caruso, too, defensively, I feel like he didn't do well on Booker when I seen him on there. Because I know they got him in there for defense most of parts, but
Nobody can.
I
I mean, Cook.
know. It's
Anybody
Booker,
going to
but
have to try is LeBron.
Right.
And that shit, and he's hurt, he's old.
He ain't trying to do all that.
He can't be guarding this dude all day.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? You got KCP, I guess, can attempt. Kuzma can attempt, but he gonna kill everybody.
Again, Lakers had nobody with over 10 rebounds in the game yesterday.
It's embarrassing.
Nobody.
It's embarrassing. 6'11" can't get 10 rebounds. My Lord.
Arguably one of the biggest teams. So the Lakers had a shitty game, only lost by 9 with their stars playing like shit.
Now, you look at these other scores, everybody in the hundreds easy.
Mm-hmm.
But his game, the Lakers game, 99-90. You see what I'm saying? The defense is there, and they should be able to score 100 points.
Mm-hmm. So man, let's go over to the East because they was on my dog rest. So I gotta bring up the 76ers.
Buttons.
Oh wow, 76ers Wizards game, man.
What?
76ers win 125-118. Now, Russ did not do, in my opinion, what I thought Russ would do. I thought he would shoot a lot more, have at least five threes. He had a decent ass game, bruh. Bradley Beal had 33, I think it was. Yeah, 33, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Shit.
16 and 14.
Yep. 16, 14, 5 rebounds. Went 7 for 17 from the field. You can't really. That's Russ really cutting down the
How many
fat
threes
on
he
the
shoot,
shot.
none?
2.
Good.
2. And yeah, again, Bradley Beal led the team in rebounds with 10.
That's sad. But who else gonna rebound, bro? Who in their team can rebound?
Russ.
That's it.
It's the
Too
only
hard.
game he had 5 in, bruh. And then you go to the other side, man. Tobias Harris was giving him that work all game.
Didn't I talk about that?
Yeah.
He said something about it
Same thing.
yesterday.
He's the X factor in that group because he can get 37 if he has to. Because Ben Simmons, 6 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists. Okay, you can win with Ben Simmons doing that. If he's not gonna score, Tobias got to score 37. You know what I'm saying? But he's more than capable. So I just knew it. Like Tobias is gonna be the killer if he can. If Joel, do what he do what he does, but Tobias can carry the load. So that score is unbelievable. By the way, so nobody playing no defense. Like we just said, screw it. The playoffs is for defense. We're supposed to play it. And basically say who gonna outscore who.
I think Joel Embiid got in early foul trouble too.
Yeah.
If
Against
I'm not
who?
mistaken. Probably just trying to guard all them damn lobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to keep him from getting easy dunks, man. Let's see. Joel Embiid had 30 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Tobias Harris had 37, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. And Ben Simmons, like Big Tom said, had 6 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists. Like that's gonna be hard to beat, and especially when your point guard is 6'11" and he don't got to score. He's gonna get you 15 points, 15 rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
But that's much closer than expected. As you said, like you wouldn't expect it to be that close.
I thought they was gonna beat this shit out the Wizards.
But like I told you, Russ gonna make it competitive. Like even though he wouldn't score like crazy, he's gonna make it competitive. Like you're not just gonna beat him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna do it as well and make it a game. He might not win it, but he gonna make it a game. So it's interesting. Hopefully they don't get tired and one of them get nicked up to where they start getting blasted. But
Right.
See, this is why I wanted the Wizards to play the Nets, just because even though they're going to beat everybody's ass, it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
And they can at least push it to like 6.
Yeah.
games.
I mean, they could have.
You think so?
See that the way Russell and Bradley are coming for their heads, especially with that KD and Russ drama. He's gonna get a couple games off of them.
But see, Russ, that's the type of games he start firing that thing. Screw it,
Right, for real.
You're like, come on, Russ, chill out.
And I was waiting for that, but surprisingly enough, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't overdo it. Now I gotta talk because I just seen this stat, man. That Miami Heat Bucks game, Milwaukee Bucks game.
Yeah,
One, that was a great game. That's a game that you like to watch right there. Close game all the way to the end. Hard, but Jimmy Butler went 4 for 22 from the field. 4 for 22. Still had 17 points.
what was the final?
107-109. Chris Middleton hit that jump shot over Duncan Robinson.
Now they
A
getting
little fader.
Now they getting absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, today they're getting their ass beat by like 27.5.
Man, Jimmy might be tired for real.
They're down by
He had a
30.
long run last year. They losing by how much?
30.
30. Third quarter.
1.
I want to bring up the Jason Tatum quote last year. He was saying like people playing different in the bubble. Like these niggas ain't really like this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody brought that up again on Twitter. I seen. Y'all agree with that? Because I think he was talking about the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
and I think T.J. Warren and Jimmy Butler, all these people was going crazy. Hero All of them was going crazy. What's that 3-point shooter in the Heat too?
Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, all of them was going crazy, and then look what's happening this year. No, I'm not saying they're not good, but
Right.
the Bucks is the Bucks is killing them right now.
Oh yeah, like was it the last game that they just played against the Bucks? Duncan Robinson was as far as starters, he led all starters in scoring with 24 points.
For real?
Yeah,
How much Jimmy Butler had?
he had 17.
Yeah.
He was 4 for 22 from the field.
Oh my! Sorry.
When you talk about the bubble, man, like it's a reality, and like playing in different states, different stadiums with fans, all that type of stuff is really different. So some of them cats that don't thrive in those moments did better in the bubble, which in my opinion hurt some of the other players because it made them better for the situation. So like Jimmy was the best he ever been playing against all these teams, beating these teams. That's not favorable for them rather than him go to their stadium,
Right.
not play well, come home, play well. So it was like you had to flip. Instead, he locked in on the gym. All these cats know how this court works. Now you have to battle every single game with a cat who knows what's going on this floor. There's no
Right.
fans, nobody yelling, tripping on you. You just get busy. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because if a cat get hot in a bubble and he got the gym down, then all of a sudden, hero Duncan Robinson knocking stuff down like crazy. Then you go this year, you really don't hear much about him.
Right.
The whole Heat team, you really didn't hear much about all season.
I want to include just since it's live right now,
Go ahead.
like AO says, 93-62. But Trevor Ariza is 0 for 3 from field goal. His 0 points. Jimmy Butler's 3 for 8, has 8 points. Adebayo is 4 for 9 with 13 points. Nunn has 9 points, and Duncan Robinson has 8. The leading scorer is Dedmon with 15 points.
Dwayne Dedman.
He's on the bench right now, but he's the leading scorer, 6 for
Right.
7 from field goal.
Dedmon, bro, that's crazy.
He was on like the Hawks for a little bit, the Kings for a little bit.
yeah.
Giannis got 25, 11 for 19, and Middleton got 17 points.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
see.
Yeah.
And
So it just shows like they might be right.
the
Who's
difference.
Forbes?
Byron Forbes.
Okay, he's 19 points. He on the bench.
Yeah, he played for the
Yeah.
Spurs, and but I got to point this one out, bro. From last game again with the Milwaukee and Miami, Duncan Robinson was 7 of 13 from the field, right? From the field,
Yeah.
7 of 13 from the three.
He shot
He shot all threes, bro.
Yeah, he don't put the ball on the floor. He knows his specialty.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Today, 2 from 6 from the field.
2 for 6 and 3.
Oh my God.
Like,
He said, "I'm only shooting threes."
he's
Coach.
only know because why would he put it on the floor if he knows there's a big chance I'm gonna lose it?
It's true.
Yeah.
And
Like
Go-
Hero can,
Yeah, he can- he
Duncan
can
Robinson,
pep
like I'm just 6'6". I want to shoot these threes.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Goran Dragic led the team last game, and with 25 points off the bench, 5 of 10 from three, 10 to 17 from the field.
That's crazy.
So yeah, man, that was a good game. I can really just appreciate the way, because Chris Middleton took a lot of flack for the last few years from just not being. He can't be the second guy on your team.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I do believe Drew Holiday helps because Chris Middleton don't have to try to play as much defense or crazy defense, because I don't know who they had last year.
Eric Bledsoe,
Yeah,
Bonds. He was Bonds. Oh my lord. I'm sorry.
he's on my Pelicans.
I don't even know why they traded for him.
Yeah, I'd be pissed if I was Pelicans right now. I'm like, I did this for this.
Yeah.
I would have been better off with Brandon Ingram and Drew Holiday and Lonzo this season. But yeah, man. So that wasn't the favorite, but let's go talk about these Dallas Mavericks, these Clippers,
Hey, I like that. I like
these
that.
Mavs and Clips, man. I didn't have a lot of people. I think AO was one saying that he thinks Dallas could sneak the Clippers, beat them again like they did last season again.
They're calling Pandemic P.
Yeah, man.
Back at it again.
Back at it.
Kawhi took too many. I think Kawhi is trying to take too big of a backseat to let Paul George be him,
Why?
and then he ends up fucking himself over, bro.
Explain that to me. When one's a champion and the other one's not, the one hit one of the biggest shots ever in history in Toronto, and the
Boy.
one legitimately just chokes in the playoffs as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you take a back seat to that individual?
Well, he wasn't even just playing that good because that man was 9 for 22. So
Who?
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
So he's putting up his shots. He's getting more than PG. He just
I think he tried to force too many late game though. Like I think a lot of those were like, shit, we're already down 8 points with a minute left, so I got to try to make some shake, because he shot like 4 shots in the last minute, just
Yeah.
trying to get the catch up. But
But dude, I watched the recap when he punched on old boy. Mine.
That was brutal.
That was one of the only times. And it's funny because they got the screenshot from whenever he was screaming. But when he turned around, he didn't have no expression. He was just jogging back to the bench like this. But they got it when it was him, Marcus Morris, and Paul George was screaming. That's what that beard. Paul George needed to save that LeBron beard. He thought that was going to help him.
Man,
Bruh, I don't even know why he was screaming for. Like,
Yeah,
I'm looking at this Mavericks roster. How do you lose to that? I'm just asking. Like I'm legit.
out, man.
I'm looking
I'm
at this
tripping.
like Keeber. Who is Keeber? And Finney, whoever Finney.
Vinny Smith.
And then you look at the bench, Melly, Powell, Willie Cauley-Stein. I didn't even know he was still playing.
Nah, I didn't either. I thought he was hurt.
And the Clippers lost to them. So this is how I feel about when LeBron played against the Mavs in 2011. You look at the roster, you're not expecting them to win.
Right.
But I don't know what's going on in Dallas. They find them a way to find some Europeans that get busy.
Swear.
They get some Europeans that get busy. Then all of a sudden you got Jason Kidd. He old, getting buckets. Jason Terry comes in 3-ball. You're like, what is the deal?
Man.
Who was the big back then? Tyson Chandler?
Yep.
Was it Tyson on that one?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable. Like, there's no way the Clippers lose to this team.
And the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverly, which I'm not going to say is, you know.
buns.
Yeah, thank you. Paul George, Nicholas Batum, who was that guy at one
Yes,
point.
Serge Ibaka,
Serge Ibaka, who was the defensive player of the year.
Rajon Rondo.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? They got legitimately all the way to their 16th, I think, or to their 15th. You got Kennard, Boogie, Patterson, Reggie Jackson. That's at like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's their roster. Dallas' six-man name was Melly. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or Brunson. Yeah, Brunson's the one that played the most minutes.
Jalen
on the bench.
Brunson.
Yeah, which is good.
He's not, yeah, he's a little
But
solid.
he's not the names like Batum and them.
No.
Like,
not-
Boogie Cousins was one of the best bigs in the league at one point.
They signed him for the rest of the season not to play him in the playoffs.
So I told you should have just gave him the 10-day, let it ride.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. That's if the Mavericks upset him, they got to blow the team up.
That's what I'm
going
saying.
to.
That's what I'm
You got
saying.
to blow it up. Like what's the point? What can they do now? Who else can they get?
But that's the thing. What do you get for Paul George at this point? In this point of his career, you saw what he did with the Thunder. You saw what he's done now that he's at the Clippers. What do you get for him if you trade him?
I mean, you're probably going to trade him to a trash team like the Pelicans.
And get what?
So you probably get Josh Hart,
Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe, and somebody off the bench maybe. I don't know.
Jackson Hayes.
Because they're going to try to do a big something, but I just don't know Paul George's value is high anymore.
So I'm gonna ask this question: is Paul George? Does he need to be the third best player on the good team?
Yeah, I believe so. Like, I think like he need to be like KD, Russ, James Harden type of thing. Like, he need to be that third guy. Like for the Lakers.
Right. And I agree with that, yo.
He has to be. I mean, he's been put into a 2 position how many times and came up short every time. So it's just like, you've had your opportunities, dog. Now you're getting moved down the line.
But yeah. Alex, how you feel about PG, man? Over the years.
Talking about Pandemic P?
Yeah, man.
He's a bum.
Yeah, man.
Remind me of Russell Westbrook.
Oh wow, come
Bum.
on, man. Russell Westbrook's
Bum.
done more in the playoffs than him.
That's true. That is
What?
true.
What?
No, let me
I'm
tell you
out, man.
something.
Y'all niggas tripping.
Now, when
Bro,
Paul
what are you
George had
talking
that
about, man?
MVP race and a buddy from Utah was splashing his mouth,
Donovan
Joe
Mitchell.
Ingles?
Joe Ingles.
Oh, Joe Ingles, my fault.
busting his teeth open when he had an MVP season, getting blasted. That's when you know. Like, Russ was the dog. PG was just who he was.
Paul George is worse than Russell Westbrook. I agree with that, but
Hold on.
what?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, come on now.
Their stats.
But personally, I just believe Paul George is going to wind up just like a. Damn, I was going to say Carmelo Anthony, but he ain't even that.
Nah.
No.
Definitely should be in the Hall of Fame.
Hope.
Maybe G League after this season.
Wow.
Honestly,
He gonna
I
go
just-
play on the
no,
Magic and practice being number one.
and he don't need to be on any team. He need to be on the Oklahoma City Blue. The G League.
Him and Jello going crazy.
He might just need to go ahead and go overseas or something. It's over for him. I mean, he's horrible.
No, he's not horrible.
He is horrible at the game of basketball.
he's not.
He's not respectable anymore.
Okay, but he's not horrible though. There's other guys that's horrible.
Name him.
Finney.
Who's
He said
that?
Finney.
Exactly my point.
I'm comparing. Paul, come on, what's Paul George done? Tell me.
He's not played well yet as of late.
But what has he done in his career?
I mean, he
Just got his ass, but he's known for getting his ass. He's like Kyle Lowry and them before they won a championship. They just known for getting their ass beat by LeBron.
Well,
that's what they're known
before
for.
LeBron left, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like that. Come on now. He had to leave Indiana, come to Oklahoma City, still sucked.
He broke his leg.
Who?
Paul George.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, bro. He broke his leg. Come on now.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I understand it, but I just don't respect Paul George's game.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Clippers lost. That's sad.
Man.
Now, your team, on the other hand, we'll get on that shortly.
Let's touch real quick because it's finna get fun. But let's go to the Nets Celtics game.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
It was an 11-point game that the Nets won 104-93. No Jaylen Brown. It was a close game. And I want to give Robert Williams was probably the unsung hero of that Celtics game. That man had 8 blocks.
That's crazy.
8 blocks, fam. He was, let me see, he came off the bench.
He played a lot.
Yeah, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 8 blocks.
That's impressive.
23 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, when I tell you they were over here trying to shoot the highest floaters I've ever seen over that young man.
She's huge, son.
And he can jump.
Yeah.
Like he was even clamping, like when they played Zion and shit, like he was not having that shit.
That's not hard.
Okay.
Sorry.
Facts.
Sorry.
That man
Facts.
averaging 26 points his second season. That's all I'm saying. Doing the same thing. So
But not against him.
no, not against him.
Okay, I just want
I'm gonna be reasonable.
That nigga knees gonna give out. He overweight.
So this the issue I have with this game.
What?
The Nets, everybody says, should blow out everybody, correct?
Absolutely.
That's what's supposed to, the stat sheet says. They started Tristan Thompson, who is not good at the game.
No.
He good at
Y'all-
He said
y'all-
not good at the game.
Y'all know how I feel about Fournier. I said it weeks ago.
Yep.
Right? And he in there playing wearing the number 94. Already upset about that. Right? So then he out there running around doing God knows what. And I'm like, why is he playing? So we look at the stats. 3 for 10.
Yeah.
I could be 3 for 10 in the NBA.
It's true.
Right? And so he has 10 points. He's a starter. Cool. But I look at the team like they ain't really got many options.
No.
How does the Nets not blow them out? Really? Like, how do they not blow them out? So then I think he might have texted somebody was saying how the Bucks game, no, it was a buddy of mine, said the Bucks game scares him for the Nets. And we got to bet $50 I bet 50 that the Nets don't even make it to the finals.
Finals?
Might have been the Eastern Conference
Eastern
finals.
Conference
Yeah, it
finals?
might have been that.
No, AO said that same shit too. We was watching the game and he was like, if they play the Bucks next, they're not guarding Antetokounmpo in the post because Robert Williams was fucking their ass up down in the post.
Yeah.
Bro. Like it was bad. And Aaron, he was telling me, he was like, I don't know why they don't realize to play the ball inside out first because when was it Blake Griffin couldn't guard him.
No.
Jeff Green couldn't guard him. And so they would have to come in and help. And then if you have Jason Tatum and whoever else shooting threes,
Kemba.
Yeah, but and that was the thing. We was Kimba played like
Get the ball out of that man's hands.
get
Like,
this man, Aaron.
Kimba is trash. Like, I will say it.
He's struggling lately. I ain't gonna lie.
Not even lately, ever. What has this man done ever?
Since he's got to the Celtics.
Well, okay. I'm about to say with the Celtics when he played with that trash team he was with.
Because you're the only person that has to shoot.
Yeah.
But still, his impact on the game, you see it. It's
not
nothing.
Yeah.
That's on just like you're doing nothing out there but running around shooting shit, going 5 for 16.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. Remember when I said he needs to learn his role and be a better pass first point guard, but he shoots too many shots. I'm like, Kimba, no disrespect, bro, but your jumper's not what you think it is.
No.
And you keep firing it, bro.
You're a liability.
Stop.
Like pass it. Like you might get hot once every 10 games, cool, 12 games, something like that. But that's not gonna help you win. Get the ball to JT. Let him get busy. Create for JT.
Thank you.
don't just fire the thing. Well, obviously they ain't got many other options.
Right.
Marcus Smart's jumper's pretty suspect right now too. But
It's true, but he hit more threes than Fournier. Granted, he took 4 more shots, but he hit more threes than Kimba, or hit as many threes as Kimba.
yeah,
You know, and went 6 for 13. Kimba went 5 for 16.
you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is.
And I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna kind of change my opinion a little bit later. But I'm the score first. Undersized point guards are becoming obsolete because if you don't score well, you're just a liability for the rest of the team because you can't guard. Kimba's not guarding anybody.
No.
CP3 is going to be the rest. Him and Trae Young.
Right. Those are the exceptions
Yeah.
because they, like you said, they're pass first, and I'm gonna get on that Hawks game later, and we're gonna touch this subject. But yeah, man, that's just you can't do that because you're not guarding Kyrie. If I was Kyrie, I'm posting your ass up all game.
And Kyrie will.
Yes, he will.
Kyrie's post game nice.
If I'm Joe Harris, Jeff Green, I'm setting pick and roll. You give me the ball in the posts.
Does anybody believe Kyrie likes basketball still?
No.
Cause you watch him out there, he legit look mad. Like, why am I playing? Like he legit. Like I'm like, you don't smile.
My mind's
You used
not
to be happy.
You got
know
gray
what I'm saying?
hair.
Like you legit afro angry.
Yeah.
Why?
He look Uncle Drew for real.
Like I think he would just be like, you know what, I'm done.
In a
Like,
year
just
or
quit
two,
this
it
year.
look. I
No,
can see
this playoffs. He's like,
mid.
I'm done. I'm going home. Too
Just
much
go
going
chill,
on in the
man.
world.
Yeah, man. I don't know. What was it? The Nets or KD had 32, 1 for 8 from 3.
If he scored. Think about it, he scored 38 with that.
Man,
It's incredible. Duke scored 50 if he wants.
easy. Kyrie Irving had 29. James Harden had 21, 9 assists, 8 rebounds.
See, that's just like my biggest thing is they only won by 11 with Marcus Smart being your second option.
Yeah.
I was like, that's shit. So when you get somebody, like when they have to play Milwaukee next round, you're going to run into some issues where they got a couple options that can get to it and get busy.
All right.
So it's just like,
Blake Griffin had 1 point. Bruh, that was my dog when
It's
he
so
was at the
sad what
Clippers,
he's
bro.
came to, man. So sad what he's came to.
I was
Bruh.
like, if Zion didn't take care of himself and get his shit together and
And Blake
get some moves,
and Blake shoot better than him.
That's what's crazy. And it's stiff.
Oh, hit the back of the rim, bam, hard. But
Man.
see, if Zion happened to expand one day to shoot like that, okay,
It's his second
I'll give him
year.
his flowers.
He's not shooting like that in life.
I'm just saying, you know.
Julius Randle gonna be 10 times
Yeah,
better
right,
now
the
when it's all
only-
said and done.
The only
Only
reason
guys
Alex
heavy
is
like
talking
him-
like
I
that,
don't ever.
the only
Just
reason
saying,
he's talking like that is because Zion put up 67 on this man in 2K.
So Devon, what happened in the second half?
Did you win?
Yes.
What's the matter?
Look, bro, we'll get off this, but I said I'm gonna put Clint Capella in, put him on him. What's gonna happen? Come on, bro, he gonna kill Clint Capella.
Beating that.
Put Clint
okay.
Capella in there. I'm talking about it was just red, drop ball, foul. I mean, I'm just stopping
Hey,
him.
real quick, just a sidebar. We'll get off of this after that. His team had 59, right? His team. Total team had 59. Zion had 67. Next. Anyways, so the next game that we go to.
I'm not gonna get started.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, if Clint Capella can stop him, he's a bum.
Your team had 59.
He's talking about he's the baby LeBron.
He had 67.
That's what you said?
Yeah. Portland,
That's what you said?
what?
He's the baby LeBron?
In that game, yes.
Oh, okay.
Even if give
No.
him,
He's not
give him a
baby
few
LeBron
years.
in that game.
A few years, bro. Come on.
Clint Capella was locking him up, bro.
Next.
Come on now, talk to me now.
Portland Trailblazers, Denver Nuggets, man.
Yeah.
Portland Steelers game 1 in Denver. 14-point difference.
We'll let AO address this situation.
Hey, yo, this is your team. This is the Michael Porter has to, that was the person you said that had to step up. So we'll let you take the forefront on this one.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is Portland. I loved how they played defense on Joker, because what they did is pretty much made him a scorer and took away all his playmaking ability, where he got his team involved, and it kind of fucked with everything, as you can see by the score.
He had 1 assist.
They said you're going 1-on-1. We're not gonna let you pass and be you. It's
The
like
game plan
one-dimensional.
really made a lot of sense. And I was talking to Buddy today. You really got to look at it like, okay, every team usually has 2 best players. Right? Which one you going to let get off? And so if you let him get off, that's fine. but the others can't.
Right.
And they did exactly that.
Absolutely.
Right? And so Joker obviously shot well.
34 points.
16 rebounds. He did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of the couple that scored, I mean, nobody was over. One guy was in 10. So they made sure the other guys didn't score, like they should have. So the game plan worked out great because Joker is the best player and the best creator on the team while Jamal's out. So you taking away one of the strengths for the team and letting the other one ride, then you end up winning. Because, I mean, realistically, the Trailblazers is good, but I don't think they should have beat them the first game.
Right. Yeah. And I got to put this out here really quick. Michael Porter Jr. This man has 20. He had 25 points from the field. He shot 12 of 21 from the 3-point. This man with 1 for 10.
1 for 10. That's unbelievable.
But look at this, bro.
So he made every 2 he shot.
Damn near. That's what I'm saying. If you take away his 10 threes and the one he made,
he going 12 for 13.
Yeah.
So just make 3 of them threes and
like they're perfect. He's perfect from the fucking field.
That's crazy.
If you take
1
away
for 10,
take away all those.
Why ain't Coach tell him quit firing that thing like that?
I have no idea.
That's his role. That's what he does. I mean, it's just a sniper out there.
There's nobody else that can shoot, huh?
I mean, Rivers can kind of shoot, and Morris can shoot too. But
yeah,
I said Campazzo wasn't guarding Damian Lillard.
That's what I was really going to say.
Campazzo was not touching Dame.
They have nobody that can touch Dame. Is the issue. And then at the same time, you got CJ. So like, what guards are putting in work with them too, right?
But
there?
I mean, if you look at the second teams, you got Millsap, Jeff Green, Morris. They got to deal with Melo, and obviously Melo's getting and Cantor 2 automatic scores. They didn't even play.
Cantor had 2 points.
They need, yeah. But who's this Simons
Anthony
guy?
Simmons.
Oh, is that
he be playing? Yeah, he be playing a little bit during the season, but he had to play pretty
They
well.
didn't even play the other guys on the bench.
Nope.
And Melo got to it like he always does. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that 18 helped a ton.
Absolutely. Dame had 13 assists.
That's crazy. CJ don't be passing. You ever notice that? He be putting it bum 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 bum.
8 for 20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just shoot it. Yeah, Dame, you can do all the passing, but I'm not passing it.
Yeah. I think if he did that a little bit more, they'd definitely be a better team.
Well, that's that line,
pass some more.
Do what?
He would have passed some more.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's more of his role though. He's more of that scorer compared to.
That's
I
true.
don't think he's a playmaker much. Like I don't think it's just who he is.
Right.
Yeah. So I think like Covington, he can create a lot. Powell is a pass first guy, and then obviously Melo come do his thing. But like with that stat line, dude, you don't expect to lose.
No.
Like you just don't. I mean, I guess basically any team. That's a good stat line for a squad, and they only played 8 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's. I mean, the Denver better either pick it up and play defense, or they're just not gonna win.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Now, some of the more interesting things. This one I was really waiting to touch on. The Hawks and the Knicks, man. I fell asleep. I ain't even gonna cap like I watched the whole thing. I fell asleep kind of midway through, but I went back and watched the highlights.
Of who?
Just the whole game. I mean, there wasn't much to watch with Julius Randle. And he went 6 of 23.
Come on.
But I'm gonna let you talk about this since this is your team. This is
my team.
Oh
That's
my bad.
guy.
This is your guy. So I'm gonna let you talk about what happened here, man. If you want.
They lost by 2.
They did.
Okay. By the Oklahoma bread and butter.
Yes, sir.
Ty get fly.
Hometown hero.
Go crazy.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
was slept on. The way he talked about it after the game, like the FUs, I wanted to hear him. They were silent after. Yeah, talk that.
Mm-hmm.
That young man be killing it. I don't care what none of them say. He might be going bald, but he killing it though. You see what I'm saying?
God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But Ty go crazy. At the end of the day, I don't care what none of them say. Now, Julius definitely didn't perform how he should the first game of the playoffs.
He had a double-double.
You played great.
I think he had a good game.
Played great all season.
6 for 20.
Yeah, his 6 for 23. I mean,
he had
like,
a big shot though at the end of the game.
I mean, what's that percentage? That's like 20%.
Yeah, 20% around
from
there.
the field, and he had 15 points. He's the second best player on the team, or first best player.
Yeah, I
on
was
the team.
trying to say most improved player.
So then nobody in their starting lineup scored over 6, and then you had Derrick Rose come do his
Besides
thing,
RJ Barrett.
and Alex Burks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Julius got, like he said, I got to play better for us to win. That's just on me. So hopefully next game he can turn it on. And if he plays well, I think the Knicks do fine with Atlanta. But if they can't stop T.Y., there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing they got for him.
I got the Trae Young clip.
It got real quiet in there. It's still yelling now. I don't care. Next one.
Next
Got
one.
real quiet in
That's crazy.
Yeah, and T.Y. don't be.
He don't really talk. I feel like he ain't. I mean, he cocky and stuff, but I don't ever catch him like.
But the issue, he
I don't
handles,
know. That was
disrespect
crazy.
well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that was crazy. After the game, he made that shot. He was talking that shit.
Because
I
he
was like, whoa.
should. He first time in the playoffs in a long time.
First game. It's his first playoff appearance.
Yeah, the
First game ever.
Atlanta's in
a long time.
He come, he win. In the fashion that he does, give me my respect.
In New York.
And Garden was packed. Y'all notice that? Packed.
Fuck Trae Young. Fuck Trae Young.
They got Spike Lee on the sideline. Like,
Bro, they was
When he hit
going
the
in on-
shot, Spike in the mask
Right.
like salty, son.
Mad as hell. Hey, all I see was Trey walking down the court. It's quiet as fuck in here. It's quiet as fuck in here.
I feel like him and John Morant making these playoffs real fun because it's like you expect
Man.
them to be good. Don't get me wrong, but that's the point you expect it, and then they show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like him and Ja really was beating niggas in they home and talking shit. Like
Bruh.
you got to respect it, bro.
And one thing, I don't know. Do you got anything you want to say on Trey?
He's just doing what he does.
Mhm.
You already know it's simple. I was just
Norman
like,
boy.
Same time, what do you call it? This man's been disrespected since like what, freshman year of high school. Everybody's been talking that shit and didn't think he's gonna live up to like the hype, especially at like OU too. So I was like, you already know he's just used to this shit by this point.
Yeah.
Now, I got to give him his credit. At OU, we always heard about the 3-ball, the deep three, the Steph Curry, the next blah, 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 blah. This man took 3 threes and had 32 points. So you can say what you want about his scoring and the shots that he takes. Trae Young, if you say Trae Young's name, the first thing you're going to think is the 3-ball,
You think-
deep threes.
Yeah.
This man had 32 points with 3 attempts, made 1. You can't be mad at that. You can't say, oh, he's one-dimensional. He had 32 points with 3 attempts.
6 foot.
6 foot, and was still, he almost had a 30-point triple-double his first playoff appearance. He had 10 assists, 7 rebounds.
They was like that, man. People was like, I've coached against him. Obviously, I watched it hand in hand.
Yeah.
Used to go to his college games. And me and Coach Hodges, we get into it because he never, he was like, I don't know, Trae Young. I'm like, the man, what he puts on the floor, there's nothing else in college right now like that. No matter how you look at it, no matter if you sucked or whatever,
Right.
he doing his thing. And I don't really like individuals, but if we're talking about one, that's how I look at it.
Right.
Get to the league last year, everybody's like, Doncic, but Trae Young over there knocking on the door like, dude, I'm getting to it too. My team might suck, but I'm getting to it.
Right.
And now he's like, I'm here, right? And if you're gonna game plan for me not to shoot threes, I'm gonna really embarrass y'all. Because Trae Young got some of the nicest touch I've ever witnessed at any player. I've ever
Floater's
seen.
crazy.
Right? Like he can shoot a floater from anywhere, just bomb, and his pull ups automatic. He get to the cup sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But that game plan obviously didn't work. He scored 32 points not shooting threes.
No.
So now you just got to see what's up.
You gotta talk about his size too. That blows my mind every time I watch him. I'm like, he is this really small dude, bro.
Yeah.
And he is out there killing people.
Man.
Like it's unbelievable.
Think about Steph, man. He's little. He
He's
kill everybody.
Yeah.
He might be 6'3" or 6'2",
6'3".
but he got the height. But outside of that, Trae Young is like,
It's like Trey's just his IQ and understanding like angles and how to cut people off, and then like just where to step with it is. Just
And how to lead
immaculate.
passes. Like it's a league. And like I said, I wanted to talk about this earlier. I really do believe like the small guard frame, especially if you're a score first, is becoming obsolete in the league.
it is.
Because if you can't score that game, what use are you? Because you're not scoring 30, 25, 30, and then you're not playing defense. And you're not getting your team the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go post Trey up all game, okay, that's cool, but he's going to find a way to get his teammates the ball and open shots. Steph Curry, if he really needed to, but a man could pull from anywhere, Russ isn't the best shooter. He might have 15 assists.
He's a bad shooter. You don't have to say
Yeah, well, all right. Okay.
Terrible.
like,
But
really
still.
3-point shooter, really bad.
Three-point shooter is
awful.
terrible. But I'd say he's better than Kemba.
What?
At what? Shooting threes?
A better player.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
ain't talking about player.
Okay.
We're talking about if you shoot the basketball, Kemba's making more than Russ.
And that's true. But
Three-pointers.
as a player,
I can't name a point guard shoot worse than Russ. This year's all teams. Name one.
Markel Fultz.
Ben Simmons.
Nigga, some more.
No, Ja.
And he's
Josh not a good shooter.
He better
Josh
than
more of
Russ,
a
though.
driver.
We can probably check the percentages.
Better
Ja probably-
3-point shooter.
3-point shooter. That's all I'm
Mid-range.
saying.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm taking Ja before Russ bum ass.
Wow.
When it's all said and
See,
done.
Peso might like that statement, though.
Right, Peso
Man,
love
yeah,
that shit.
I
He'll
know,
be
I know.
conflicted,
Peso
but
know.
because that's not. But that's,
Oh
that's
yeah, he
on
would
me.
be conflicted with it. He's like, "Who? Never mind. No, I can't. I'm not
He'll
gonna
be
say that.
conflicted.
Ooh, I was finna flame Peso ass. I'm gonna let him rock though.
Conflicted as hell, man.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about my boy Peso, dog, man. Ja Morant. Now we've seen how he did the Grizzlies. I mean the Grizzlies. How he did the Spurs. Hit the game winner, in my opinion, against the Warriors with that floater.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, just kind of they go into Utah, take game one from Utah.
Facts.
Which
But-
is really hard. Atmosphere, all that. Bro.
Yeah, honestly,
like it really is.
Number one seed, they one of the better defensive teams. You know what I'm saying,
Think about the people who done folded there.
man?
PG and Russ folded there many
Multiple times,
Wow.
Think about that, bro.
regular season and everything.
Man, the Memphis Grizzlies, John, was it Brooks, right?
Dylan Brooks.
They showed up and showed out. Come on now.
Man, Utah yesterday, the leading scorer was Bogdanovich.
Yeah, I heard he was getting to it. I
He
ain't watching
was,
it.
he
He was getting to it. They say he hit a big shot late. All that, but I thought Donovan Mitchell got cleared right before the game. And they cut him like
Yep.
last second.
Yup.
What difference he gonna make? I don't really care.
Utah's not beating Memphis without him.
No.
There's no way. Like people don't
promise they're
give
not.
Donovan his credit. That man is a monster.
He plays good defense.
He plays great hard defense, good point guard, shoots it well, all that type of stuff. He creates a lot for his team. But
Right.
now you got Bogdanovich being your main guy, a little different than Donovan Mitchell.
Did Gobert Rudy Gobert get in foul trouble or something? Was
Yeah, he
hurt?
fouled out.
Okay, fouled out. I was like, I ain't seen him play
Of course.
towards the end of the game.
Yeah, he fouled out.
Yeah, he's
So-
pathetic.
So that's big. Yeah, like once you put Donovan Mitchell back in there, especially with Gobert not fouling out.
Because that's a good
That
body in the
big
paint.
ass.
Like, it's good size. But
I mean, you only lost by 3, and your best player didn't play, and your other best player got fouled out.
Right.
So it's just
Grizzlies are getting their ass beat the rest of the
Royce O'Neal played 37
Whoa.
minutes.
is Donovan gonna play?
The next game, I don't think he's not going to let them sit
Yeah,
his
but
ass
how long
down. He
has he
said we
been
got shit to
injured?
do.
He had a sprained ankle
See,
for a minute.
he said a sprained ankle, but I think they did the same shit that the Nets was trying to do.
Oh, well,
the
the
Lakers was
Lakers
trying to
did.
do.
Okay.
Trying to like, we number one seed, sit your ass down until it looks like we might actually need you because
Yeah.
we might. If the Lakers, okay, this is how I pictured it. If the Lakers would have stayed where they were supposed to, the Phoenix would have stayed where they were supposed to, you would have played a bum. And it's like, we'll rest you until then. You'll be perfect. Then you come in, you play. We sweep their ass. You get some more rest. But then they ended up having to play some real, you know what I'm saying? The Grizzlies ain't nothing to sleep on.
Right.
And with Jaren Jackson coming back, that helps them a lot because I like Jaren Jackson's game.
they also missed somebody else, right? I don't know how to say his name.
Who?
Never mind. The Grizzlies.
Winslow?
Boy, yeah, him and somebody
Winslow.
else. Somebody with a last name I can't pronounce.
Brandon Clark, I don't know. But I will say this. Royce O'Neal played 37 minutes, had 3 points for the Jazz.
What was he doing? Why was he out there?
No idea.
He wasn't guarding nobody. I go check his plus minus just to see.
Sorry, they got Valanciunas.
Yes.
Valanciunas play?
Yes.
Yeah, he-
Okay, never mind. For some reason, I thought he was hurt. My
As
fault.
soon as he went 50% from the field, 12
My fault, my
rebounds,
fault.
15 points. That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Ja was getting to it.
Yes. Joe Ingles had 11 points.
They
with
got a
33
squad.
minutes.
Memphis really got a squad.
Yeah, they do got actual squad. Like, they started
yeah,
five.
like they got a
Yes.
squad.
Like, especially with Anderson, people sleep on him, but in San Antonio, he used to
Slow-mo
get
is
to it.
nice.
Yeah, I told Breamy play like him. Breamy got mad. I said, Breamy move slow like him.
Do you really?
No, I just
I ain't never watched Bree Hoop. I ain't
Nah, I
gonna
just be
lie.
messing with
I
him.
see what you're talking about, though, yeah. Hey, yo, you really think they're going to get the ass beat the rest of the series?
If those two come back like healthy,
Yeah.
yes.
The betting words or? Is it
He
betting
said
He
words?
said
money,
betting
money,
words.
money.
He's talking about you putting a dub on that.
I mean, we're going over under. What we doing?
No, I'm straight, I'm a
Straight up,
guy.
yeah.
I'm a
I'm straight up
guy.
as hell.
Because I don't know about that, bro. I ain't going to lie.
If they
I
come
low-key
back,
think
that's
Memphis might beat them. I don't
I
know.
do
They just
too.
got a lot of intensity. I think Ja really like that nigga this year. And I don't know.
I don't
Like,
think
and
Mike
Dylan
Conley's
Brooks, too.
guarding Ja.
Like, come on, bro.
The thing is about
Thank you. I don't think Mike Conley
in
doing
basketball, it's all about who's playing best in late.
Yeah.
And the Grizzlies is playing best as of late.
You see
And
they
they're,
did to
and
the
they're
Warriors?
healthy.
Yeah. My fault, man.
Yeah, the Warriors just beat them the week before. That's what's crazy. But Ja played bad though.
Right.
That game.
I look at it like the same thing, like the Lakers and the Suns. Like the Lakers played the shitty game. Utah wasn't fully healthy.
Right.
Kind of played a shitty game. Like you put it all together, they can beat their ass.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true. I mean, Dylan Brooks has been playing out of his mind.
Out of his mind, buddy.
Yeah, that's like you expect that man to do that the rest of the series too.
Yeah, well, he been playing well last 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah, he's played well. So
We got to
hopefully-
remember, it's the playoffs, so people going to play their best. So that's what I'm saying.
he getting to it.
He's
That's
been
what
damn
I'm
near
saying.
their first scoring option.
Yeah, it's that
best
dangerous
scoring
backcourt.
option.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but Ja's their best player, but he's a best scoring option.
Like, I've seen them give him the ball more than I thought they would. For sure, going into this shit.
And Josh scored that bucket late, that little floater. Boy, he had that mean. I don't know if y'all watched.
The Warriors one?
That nigga, no, only against the Jazz. That nigga had a mean crossover. I don't know who was guarding him. He missed it, but that shit was filthy. Nigga almost turned the TV off.
Something
Like,
one of
damn.
Dylan Brooks had 31 points, 7 rebounds, and he shot 50% of the field, 13 for 26.
That's impressive.
That's nice for
He did good.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's making a name for himself because he's been kind of in the shadows for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But he came out getting to it this year. I like it.
Hooping, he got.
I was
paid.
watching like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It was almost like when I first seen Joe Ingles.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, whoa, this cat, you wouldn't expect it, but he getting to it. Yeah, and that's what Brooks done.
I bet you there's some like competitiveness, like with him and Ja though. Like good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Feeding off each other. So I bet you that's probably could be what it is.
You know, it's fucked up. I like Dylan Brooks and the way he's been playing, but something about him, whenever like if he was screaming and doing all that shit, if I was playing him, I'm really trying to lock his shit up.
Wow.
Like I don't know what it is about him celebrating. I'm like, you don't scream. like don't scream, bro. He's one of those dudes. Like if okay,
You shouldn't be acting like that.
right?
Yeah.
Like if Cornell's getting off, if Bremen's hooping, if Omega's hooping. But like I don't Dorian, I don't want to see Dorian get high. like I don't want to see none of them getting, So, but yeah, man, it was just
It's like, dog, you averaged 11 points. Calm that shit down.
right. Like you've been playing good lately.
Great.
Type shit. Great,
him.
great for him.
That's what I'm saying. Great. You gotta do this shit for 5 games in a row. We'll talk.
We'll see if he get 5 of them. I'm gonna be here talking it.
Oh, no, if he
Yeah,
get it,
I'll give him his flowers then,
Yeah,
but you got 1 game.
Hell yeah,
if
man.
they beat Utah again at home, while Utah at home, oh my god, that's
Bruh.
gonna be.
And they go back into Memphis like
yeah,
that.
come on, bro. And Memphis had been in the playoffs. And how long? We know Memphis turned up in the playoffs.
Memphis
Their
ain't
stadium go
been there
nuts in the
since
playoffs.
They had Gasol and Zebo.
Yeah, against the Thunder at that. They used to be turned up in Memphis, bro. Shout out to Russ bum ass again.
Oh Jesus!
Niggas a
crazy.
bum.
Wow.
Can't believe a nigga play basketball.
Yeah,
Hall of Famer.
He was on the other day.
For what?
Because Peso and me was arguing,
Oh.
and then Alex go chime in on him. I was like, "Oh, God."
Peso legit think that nigga a good player. It blows my mind.
Bucks are still up 31 on Miami Heat right now.
That's been over.
88 to 119.
Oh, they
6 minutes left.
still got their starters in for what reason?
Yeah, you got for playoffs. They got to put their starters back
Just
in.
asking for somebody to get hurt. That's how D Rose got hurt.
Man,
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
Tom Thibodeau, bitch ass for that. Anyway,
Tom
Bro, my fault.
hey, D Rose was playing pretty good though.
Yeah.
I forgot to put that in there
playing
for the
good.
Knicks.
D Rose had a little comment he came out with the other day. He was
Yeah.
like, somebody said you play like OD Rose. He's like, I'm just not that. I
Right.
don't jump high anymore. I don't, all that type of stuff.
He basically was implying that he still can, of course. He said, I don't even do the flashy layups no more, which he could. But he's saying I'm a different type of player now. It's not my arsenal no more.
Right.
Because he said he got to get offended when people say vintage D
Vintage.
Rose. He said, imagine you work somewhere 13, 14 years and you work hard or something, and people always comparing you to your old self. When you still the same person. Because he is. I mean, he's still athletic, still can pass the ball, he's still D Rose.
Yeah,
so.
facts.
But yeah.
When you're transcendent, like you get treated differently.
Yeah.
Especially coming from transcendent to like, I'd say like a normal athleticism. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
he was one of those first crazy athletic point guards. Like he pioneered that shit.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Right. Like,
Open the
then
door
you-
for Russ bum ass.
Right. Then you
Uh-huh.
get the Russes. Then you get the John Morants.
Yeah.
Like this.
Exactly.
Those type of point guards are the thriving ones now. The
Yes.
Freak athletes. Obviously, the shooting thing is kind of not
It's-
really at point guard, which is weird.
Right.
But I mean, not weird. Point guards aren't actually shooters, but either way, it's just they're freak athletes and so on and so forth. So I think the small ones are getting out, but the athletic ones are coming in.
De'Aaron Foxes of the world, those
Flying, yeah. You see what I'm saying?
for sure.
But
Yeah, D Rose really showed up basketball match. But yeah, come on.
Oh my God, man, you got to stop coming.
Nah, we disrespect. I'm disrespecting him. Anytime I can. I don't really care.
So before the game starts, do you got any predictions on the Trailblazers Nuggets game?
Trailblazers win.
Michael's
By
going
6.
for over 30.
You said
Huh?
Michael's going
So
for
who?
over 30 in a win though, or just over 30?
Trailblazers by 6.
Who'd he say winning?
He said.
What's the over-under?
Nuggets are winning.
What's the
Okay.
over
By
under?
3.
No. What's the
Oh,
over
okay.
under? What's the over under?
How many points you going to
Denver 2.0. 2 points.
2. Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm good on that one.
So who won the first game?
Portland by 14
And what stadium?
in Denver.
Denver.
And y'all think they gonna beat the fuck?
I
out of
don't.
them?
I think the Trailblazers are gonna beat them.
I don't think the
overall.
Nuggets
He
gonna beat.
won a point coverage though.
Nah, I don't know all that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. When niggas start talking over and I'm like, fuck is you talking about? Niggas
Think they gonna
gonna
cover
lose.
the spread?
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
niggas.
exactly,
talking-
yeah.
They gonna lose and they gonna win. That's all I know.
Hodges and them be talking about them spreads. I'd be like, I don't know. Just tell me.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
get my points? That's
I
all you
need
to
point
know.
plus 2.5. What does that even mean? How do you add? How do you do 0.5?
Like, all right, are all your starters gonna score over 10?
yeah,
Nah,
so-
man.
So yeah, around the table. So you think
I
who
say-
gonna win this game?
I say Trailblazers by 10.
Okay, who you think
I
gonna
said
win?
Trailblazers by 6.
Okay, you think Nuggets by 2,
4.
4? I think Trailblazers gonna win too. So
What's your point? What's your spread, Alex?
I mean, don't ask me. Don't ask me. I feel like they finna Dame.
Big
Oh,
pause.
me pause. The fuck?
Hey, you replied, fam. Pause.
and their Taylor show.
Oh, shout out to Alexander Taylor show,
What?
man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Yeah, he talking to you.
Nah, hey, shout out to Alexander Taylor show.
Yeah, my fault. I asked it, but shout out.
Nah, you're good.
Nah, but I want to talk about that young cat,
Who?
the 17-year-old junior.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So he's
Yeah, real quick.
skipping his senior year of high school, skipping college, going straight to the G League, signed $1 million. So, they changing the rule to where now you don't have to go to college. But I don't think that's ever happened in history of skipping your senior season,
Right.
going to play in the G League, and get paid $1 million off the jump. So he's going to change his family's life at the age of 17, which I don't even know if he can play at the age of 17 in the NBA. Like really, like he'd have to turn 18 before he can play.
Right.
But do y'all think it's a good way of things going back to normal? Like the original way of coming out at high school.
I'll let Ayo go first.
I just like the ability of like giving players options. Like if you feel like you're adequate enough and you can go to the league, we've seen players being able to like to go to the league and get busy. But then again, if you're not ready for it, you're not ready for it. I don't know. Like personally, if I was in that position, I'd go to college. But at the same time, it's just for the college experience.
Right.
Like when I went to college, I love that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd have went for the experience if it was me personally.
D? Who you want, Alex?
Fuck college, boy. If they don't get the fuck out of here, man, for $1 million and I get to travel the world, I get to go to Atlanta, New York.
That's
Yeah,
the
it was
United
a-
States.
Huh?
Travel to the United States.
I travel. It's still that's that to us.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we, I ain't been out the country. I mean, I went on a cruise if you want to count that, but
Oh, trust me, we know.
exactly.
We
So,
got money.
I don't have money. One of my homies took me, but I'm gonna put it like this, man. I get to go to Atlanta. Like I'm not going to my campus every day. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to New York, wherever. I'm going to Toronto. I'm going to kick it with Drake, all that shit. But like, I like it. I like the ability to make that money. If anything, I like the way overseas does it with, you being able to do that shit at like 15, 60. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Luka's been a professional from fucking ever.
Right.
And if you can make money and you can, like, I don't understand why they don't give that opportunity to kids now.
Yeah. I mean, with that G League rule, that's pretty dope, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Now, is it going to hurt college basketball? Most likely, which is okay. All of us we love March Madness, but this is how I feel about college basketball, and it's just being who I am. I like it better when a team has 4-year guys for the experience.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's a 4-year team or it's a 4-year team, I feel like the competition's better than like if you have some one and dones who really ain't tripping if they win or lose. 4-year guys, like, it's all we got left. We got to prove we can go to the league, so they kill each other.
Or overseas, yeah.
You see what I'm
Some
saying?
shit,
Like,
yeah.
And so I look at it like, is that going to open the gates for more 4-year guys? Then more guys going early. But was Kwame Brown was
He went straight in,
and obviously that decision wasn't correct.
no.
It was correct. I just feel like him going to Charlotte kind of fucked him being with Michael Jordan. 'Cause that man put him in a hole in a sense.
And you see now, obviously he been bugging lately. I don't know if y'all been noticing.
Yeah.
And I like it. He be cracking me up. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm going to make a music video with Nelly and put a goal up, miss layups just so Stephen A could talk about him. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. You see what I'm saying? But that's where I'm like, KG came out of high school. Kobe, LeBron, all the recent greats of those did well out of high school. Now, do I know many names outside of them? Dwight, that didn't? No. But for so far, in my opinion, I feel like the NBA has made a good judgment on who should come and who shouldn't.
Yeah, wasn't Zach Randolph too?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Kendrick Perkins.
Zebo was a legend. Obviously, Kendrick Perkins did a good job. Who?
No, I said he's a champion.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited about it. I thought it was cool. Obviously, as a high school coach, you want your guy to be there. It's his senior year, but if he's good enough to go make $1 million, go make $1 million.
Right, because you always take that chance of going to college as well, of getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And do those colleges honor? Like, I don't ever hear, or maybe it's just a given. I don't know if like people, you go in your freshman year, you fuck something up bad. Do they honor your scholarship for those next 4 years?
No,
because you
they
can't
don't have to. No, they don't have to.
Depends on
It's a year by year. Yeah.
But at the same time, if you got the option to go to G League or play, college, you're obviously one of them niggas anyways.
Right. Like, I'll go pay for my college after I go get this meal.
Right. Like LaMelo, he made the right decision for him. Like, he didn't like school. I'm going to go over there and make some money. I'm going to go over here now and make this money.
Yep.
Good decision.
Yep.
The other cat that plays for, I think it might be, is it Oklahoma City?
RJ Hampton?
Yeah, who's he play for?
Denver Nuggets.
Oh, Denver, right? And he made a good decision, too. You see what I'm
They
saying?
traded him to Orlando.
And in my opinion, I'm like,
To
would
get
those
18.
guys even benefited from college? Probably not. That'd have been cool for the experience, but from the game wise, like, you better overseas with grown men learning from them, and then you go play the American way. So, I don't know. I was excited about it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really unique how it happened.
Oh, yeah, because I think there's been a lot of those players. Like, I think Imani Bates could be one of those.
Yeah.
You can go and put on weight in the G League.
Is he supposed to go to HBCU?
I'm not sure yet. I think he said Michigan State.
No, it was
Mikey.
No. It wasn't Mikey.
It was
too?
Mikey. Mikey Williams
The big dude, Bo's little brother. Is that who it was? Not Bo.
I know who you're
I
talking
remember who it
about.
was.
I can't remember his
There's a
name.
long African dude. He's talking about go to HBCU too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I guess I say, like, yeah, going off of what you said, the future of basketball is looking bright, whether it be from a professional standpoint. These young players, man, they're doing what it does. Just really excited to see what the next couple of years. It's crazy to think, like, kids like 10 years younger than us are finna be in the league, and those are finna be some of the big guys, coming in. Definitely weird as we get older and become these old dudes, you know what I'm saying? Seeing
I'm
these
thinking
youngest.
about it. We talking about John and Trey, man. Like, you see the future, you're like, I like the future. Like, them cats are the future.
Right.
And they're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna ride with them. Doncic, those cats are really thriving for the future and making a game. So, like, we're in that transition now. Like, okay, LeBron's gonna retire soon. Who's next up? So you think it's gonna be Zion? So on and so forth. But the future is looking bright. You don't have to really worry about, there's nobody coming up in the next 4 years. Well, these cats is really getting to it.
Right.
And MPJ, if he comes along, that's it. I mean, that class is unbelievable.
Right. No, for sure. And to my earlier comment about fuck college, I don't like college. I think you other kids, if you can go to college, do it. My dumb ass ain't going to school. Put it like that. But, man, I think we'll wrap it up right there. I just want to tell everybody thank you again for tuning in with us for episode 9 of the From the Jump podcast. If you do me a big favor and go check out the Intertwine podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, as well as checking out the Alexander Taylor Show on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and multiple other platforms. Again, I appreciate you. I'm your host, DJ.
Big Tony.
Boy behind the mic.
Alex in the building.
Hey, we got my boy.
You couldn't hear me, but yeah.
Hey, nah, you're good, man. And we out.